Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Ready Go, and happy Halloween. At least I hope you're having a happy and safe Halloween. Today I'm going to review Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, Episode 18, Monster Mix-Up. You get an idea just from the title of what this episode's going to be about? Not only did Saban recycle an idea from Dino Charge with the Intergalactic Court, which basically just happens to be three jack-o'-lantern heads that talk and apparently judge intergalactic criminals for their crimes. It's weird. That is weird. It was weird last year when you did it. It's still weird this year. What? Not only are you recycling an idea, an episode from last year, bringing back this intergalactic court and putting the Rangers on trial, but you're recycling ideas of swapping bodies, monsters swapping bodies with the Rangers. That's been done to death. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, I'll take a guess. This was the worst episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel or Super Ninja Steel yet. The worst. I understand it's the holiday season. Halloween's almost here. And Power Rangers is notorious for Halloween episodes. Just holiday-themed episodes in general. Halloween, Valentine's Day, Christmas, the big major holidays. Well, this surely was not a treat. This episode is more of a trick. Because, as I've said, it's a recycled story with recycled monsters, props, and sets. It has lazy writing. There's almost no actual fight scenes in this until the very, very end. When they take on Versix, which again is a monster that can switch bodies between people and monsters. Just anything that lives, he can switch the bodies of. So he decides to switch the bodies of all the Rangers with monsters. Not just any monsters. Monsters from several different older Power Rangers series. There is a couple monsters that were from Ninja Steel or Super Ninja Steel or Ninja, if you will. But specifically two monsters that I noticed. One monster was from Dino Charge, and the other monster was from Power Rangers Jungle Fury, I think. Was that Jungle Fury? Was it Ninja Storm? No, I want to say it was Ninja Storm. My apologies. It was a villain from Ninja Storm. The female bat monster. I cannot remember her name for the life of me because, that was so long ago. And I understand that Saban has access to a lot of older monster costumes that are probably just laying around his studio, his warehouses. But if you're going to recycle monsters from older episodes, Saban, make sure it's a recent series because a lot of people nowadays, at least a lot of the kids watching, aren't going to know who these monsters are. Especially the one from Ninja Storm, considering that series was 15 years ago. So a kid is not going to know a villain from Ninja Storm. They're just not gonna. Luckily, I recognized it. But anyway, the monster Versix encounters the Rangers as the Rangers are going trick-or-treating. You heard right. Supposed 17-year-olds in high school going trick-or-treating. There are several things wrong with this. For one, they're too old to trick-or-treat. they're just too old. In my mind, if you're older than, I'd say like 13 or 14, you shouldn't be trick-or-treating. I'd say like, I would definitely say 15 max is the limit, is the age limit for trick-or-treating. If you're older than 15, don't trick-or-treat. It's just weird and creepy and kind of pathetic. Number two, the actors who portray the Power Rangers in this series, they're not even 17. Preston, the Blue Ranger, the actor Peter Sudarso, is 27 years old. 27 playing a 17-year-old that is going trick-or-treating. So you can see why that none of that just seems to add up, and it's just not cool. And of course, as I'm recording, I've got someone outside revving their motorcycle engine. As always, I hope you guys can't hear it. I know I sure can. As you see, I'm into the Halloween spirit too. I just decided to throw a quick simple cosplay on. I don't know if it's the smoke from the incense that I'm burning, or the person revving their motor out there making my eye twitch, but let me record in peace. Anyway, after he decides to switch the bodies with the Rangers because, stupid them, they didn't have their power stars with them because they were dressed in those costumes. A good Power Ranger always has his morpher with him. Rookie mistake number one. Considering some of the costumes that they were wearing looked like it had plenty of places to hide a morpher, their power star, so them leaving them behind just doesn't really make much sense. Well, after Versix switches their bodies, the Intergalactic Court captures pretty much all of them, including the Rangers' bodies, which the monsters are inside of. The show must go on because I don't want this to drag on. They're in the Intergalactic Court being put on trial because obviously they think that the monsters are the monsters and the Rangers are the Rangers, but that's not the case. The Rangers are in the monsters' bodies and the monsters are in the Rangers' bodies. Now, before they were beamed to the Intergalactic Court for judgment, Brody and Sarah, the Red and Pink Ranger, escape before being captured and go to Mick for help. Well, they had to convince Mick that it was them by obviously telling Mick something that only the Rangers would know. Fair enough, seems reasonable. Well, Mick believes them and proceeds to help them get the other, basically save the other Rangers. Well, first they had to find the monster Versix, capture him, and get him to basically reverse the spell, which obviously that doesn't happen. What does happen, what follows, is pretty much 15 minutes of the most lame Power Rangers footage ever put on film. I know these actors are probably trying, but they know, they've got to know, deep down in their hearts, they've got to know that the script is crap. But they're reading it anyway. Bless their hearts. I'm not even going to go ahead and try to state what the Rangers were wearing for their Halloween costumes. Just watch the episode and see for yourself. We got everything from a Spartan and a Pharaoh all the way to a military Air Force pilot and a hippie. Who dresses as a hippie for Halloween? Some people just are hippies for Halloween. The motorcycle is really getting on my nerves. Can you see the frustration in my face? Anyway, I don't want this episode to drag on, so I'm going to try to quickly get through this. Obviously, the Intergalactic Court, the floating jack-o'-lantern pumpkin heads that talk, are not believing that the Rangers are the monsters. Because obviously seeing is believing, and they think that the Rangers are still the Rangers and the monsters are still the monsters. Well, long story short, as it looks like they are failing their testimony and looks like that they are going to be vaporized by the Intergalactic Court, who shows up but Brody and Sarah as the monsters that they are with the monster Versix. Versix then proceeds to confess that he did indeed switch the bodies of the Rangers with the monsters. The Intergalactic Court then deems the Rangers not guilty, and the Court Witch, which looks like the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz, good job, another ripping off another classic Hollywood movie. First it was Willy Wonka, and now it's Wizard of Oz. So congratulations, Saban, you now ripped off 2 American classic movies. The Court Witch uses a spell to switch the bodies back. And then we find out that the monster Versix was actually just Mick using his shape-shifting techniques to turn himself into Versix. He gives the Rangers their power stars back. The Intergalactic Court apologizes, sort of. They really don't. And they proceed to vaporize the monsters, which they do. Bye-bye, zap, gone. And this all happens within like 15 minutes. I think the only saving grace in this episode was there was no Victor and Monty appearance. But the episode was so half-assed, poorly written, and a jumbled, edited mess to begin with, I'm just not going to go into very much detail. Please watch the episode for yourself if you're interested, but if you're taking my word for it, don't bother. You'll just have to bleach your eyes afterwards. Mick gives them their power stars. They say they're going to take care of Versix. They go back to Earth. And yes, they defeat Versix relatively easily. Literally, 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes of the episode was them defeating Versix with their Zords. As usual. Nothing new. Wow. This episode was a steaming pile of crap, people. I think it literally took months off of my life just by watching it. Go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought of the episode if you've seen it. Because I know I'm never watching that episode again. That's the last episode of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel that I'll ever want to watch again. Unfortunately, I have to watch the rest just to finish up my series review. But on that note, I'm going to go dig out my eyeballs with a rusty spoon right now. So, please like, share, and subscribe if you guys already haven't. You all know the deal. Help me out, guys. Lots of new stuff coming. Starting this Thursday. I think today is Monday. I'm recording this a day late. This Thursday, I'll be beginning to upload the 3rd season of my Power Rangers Collector's Reviews. So stay tuned for that this Thursday for the first episode of Season 3 of my Power Rangers Collector's Reviews. So until next time, guys, this is Rangers Ready Go. I'm Paul, and this concludes our broadcast day.